Mr. Beer, you said that immigration is the antidote to crime. Can you elaborate on that for me, please?
Well, it's the antidote to the recent rise in crime that started in 2020. We've seen that immigrant communities are less likely to commit crimes than
Immigrants that come through the process
and they
correctly?
revitalize dying communities, which prevents crime.
Immigrants that come through the ports of entry properly?
Both.
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 So what if immigration is the antidote to crime, what's illegal immigrants in our country?
What are they? They're people without legal status in the United States.
Given the numbers that we see in the crime rate, are you aware of the sex trafficking number in the United States and what that looks like with women and children?
The number?
Yeah, the number. You don't know that statistic?
Not
What I
off the
understand,
top
it's
of my head, no.
the number of men, women, and children being trafficked is more than any time in history. You aware of that? Right now, here in the United States. You aware of that? You think that's coming through a secure border?
No, it's
I don't
not.
think so either. Mr.
I
Chairman,
want a
you're back.
secure border. I want it very secure.
And
I
we
want
do too.
people to come in
In your
legally.
opinion, do
I
you
want
think the
people to
border's
come in
secure?
legally.
In your opinion, do you think the border's secure?
Absolutely not. I want people to come in legally so we can free up Border Patrol to go after people who are serious criminals and threats.
Glad to hear you say that, sir. Thank you. Mr. Ramirez, you live on the border, correct?
About 40 miles from the border, yes, sir.
You said earlier in your statement that you and your family are in fear for your lives. You have to look over your shoulder when
We
you're sitting in your
fear for
backyard.
the dangerous situation that we're in because there are many, many people present on the ranch at any given time, and we don't know if they're friendly or not.
Can you shed a light on, I'll let you guys do the talking. Can you shed a light for me on what the towns themselves, the infrastructure, is that being scuttled because of the mass immigration, legal immigration that's coming across the border? For instance, like the restaurants, the grocery stores, the first responders, the hospitals. Can you shed some light on that for us?
Well, I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't live in town. They are going through us to get here or another city in between. What's going on there, I can't speak to.
Mr. Benson, the statistics that you threw out in your statement, that's my district. And I share that district with Mr. Babin. And in the past 2 years, I just got done talking with my sheriff in San Jacinto County. In the past 2 years, there's been two mass shootings with the AR platforms that are in discussion, both of which were with illegal immigrants.
All right, first of all, I want to start off by saying what I hate more than anything else is the argument that, illegal immigrants commit crimes at a lesser rate than native-born Americans. First of all, being here as an illegal immigrant is already a crime. And so any crime that is committed by an illegal immigrant is by definition a crime that never should have been committed in the first place, all right? So first of all, I hate that argument so much. And it comes from, wonky eggheads like the guy in that video who do not live in the real world, who sort of live in their world of, leftist think tanks and all of this other stuff where they're supposed to come up with this data in order to make it okay that we have hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants crossing the border and coming into this country every single month. I hate that argument so much because it is false, it is not real, and it creates a false dichotomy because these are not crimes that native-born Americans should even be exposed to in the first place. Okay, so let's get that clear. So the trafficking that's coming over the border, the fentanyl that's coming over the border, all of this awful stuff, these things can be avoided, but the Biden administration is not interested in securing this border at all. I think that going into 2024, they are going to make some sort of like milquetoast overtures to say that they want to close the border, but they do not want to close that border because they want all of these illegal immigrants that are flooding into this country. They think that these people are eventually Democrat voters.